Before you notice anything in a space, before you notice the furniture, before you notice the decor, before you notice the paint, it is the light that first draws you to a space.
Yeah, you're going to go to a hospital and it's like daylight. It's lit that way because have you ever wondered why certain places are lit the way they are lit?
Hello everyone, my name is Esther, Nali. Welcome to yet another episode of Spaces and Stories.
And I'm Gloria, Alijuna, and today we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic, lighting. Literally the mother of interior design. Just like, nothing exists without light. Yes, that's what we're going to be discussing about, lighting in interior design.
We're so excited to have you along.
Today, mainly, we're going to be discussing mistakes that we tend to do with lighting. We're going to be discussing what we should do to have great lighting in our spaces. We're going to be discussing how natural light is important in our spaces. Yeah, so come along with us.
Talking about that, you realize that on many occasions when you walk into a space, sometimes you're drawn to a space and you draw away from a space. And you also find that in most cases, before you notice anything in a space, before you notice the furniture, before you notice the decor, before you notice the paint, it is the light that first draws you to a space.
Yes.
It is the light that is going to determine how you feel, whether you are welcome in that space, whether you want to relax in that space, whether you want to stay in that space, or if the lighting is bad, definitely you are going to stay away from the space. Have you realized that sometimes you go into a space, let's say a restaurant, and immediately you want to leave? Like you feel uninvited, you feel unwelcome. I think that lighting has a lot to do with that. Personally, in my first and foremost, one of the biggest mistakes that most people make is the color temperature.
Yes, choice of color temperature.
Yes. Every time you are choosing lighting for any space, you should consider color temperature first.
Meaning, one of the things that make light is color temperature.
Yes, because it defines the mood of the space. What mood do you want to achieve in a space? Because different spaces call for different moods and different atmospheres.
Yes.
For example, let's talk of a bedroom.
Yes.
In a bedroom, you want to relax. You want to wind down after a long day. So just imagine coming back home to a bedroom that has a cool light, that has a cool temperature,
So, sorry to cut you short, but how do we choose these temperatures? Because I believe there could be someone out there and they're hearing us talk of temperature, color temperature.
Yes.
So how does someone get to choose this color temperature?
The color temperatures when you go to buy a bulb, the temperatures are usually written on those on the bulbs.
Yes, that's
and they range from the color temperatures range from 20,000 Kelvin and above.
2,000.
2,000?
Yes.
Oh, thanks for the correction. And above. So depending on where you want the lighting to be will determine that the color temperature that you will choose for that particular space. For example, if you are lighting up, choosing lighting for a bedroom, and you want to achieve a warm color temperature, you are going to choose between 2,700 and 3,000. And if it's in the kitchen, it's going to be 3,000 and 4,000, 3,000 to 4,000. And then if it is an office space, and the color temperature will be between 4,000 to 5,000.
And for someone that does not understand the kelvins, to simplify it, we would say color temperature is in 3 categories. We have the warm light, the neutral light, and the cold light.
Yes.
Now, the cold light is the bright light that almost looks like daylight. And we see that in malls, in hospitals, and some homes. I mean, some people choose to have the daylight.
But office spaces at home.
It's the daylight. And then the neutral light, it's the light that is in between the warm, the one that is not entirely yellow, and the white. So it's a mixture. Let's say it's a mixture of white or cold and warm. And then the warm is the one that is very cozy. Sometimes we could say it's the yellow one. Yes. So and
the warm is the one that gives off almost like a candle.
Yes.
A candle or a fireplace.
Yes, it gives off that. And like she mentioned, from 2,000 to 7,000 Kelvin, the lower you go, the warmer. The higher you go, the brighter. So that's the easier way.
So that's why that's exactly what I was trying to bring out. In the kind of mood that you want to create determines the kind of color temperature that you will choose.
Yes.
And so are the kelvins. Yes. In a kitchen, like she said, you want to go for, because this is a space where activities happening. The activities are happening. You're preparing a meal, you're cooking, so you cannot go for a warm light in a kitchen. You are going to go for a bright light, because you want to have an atmosphere that is bright and friend and inviting.
Yes.
And in the bedroom, you want to relax, you want to calm down, you're going to go for a temperature that is calming.
Yes.
So you're going to go for kelvins around 2,700 to 3,000 Kelvin. For the kitchen, 4,000 to 3,000 to 4,000 Kelvin. So that is how important color temperature is to our space. When you're choosing to light up a space. And also, on top of, still about color temperature, one other mistake that people might make is when you tend to mix up these color temperatures in a single space. Yeah, that is also a mistake that people should avoid. What I mean by mixing up color temperatures is, for example, you're in a living room and you mix the warm and the cool. The place is going to look
dramatic.
Yes, it's going to look dramatic, and you're not going to you won't be able to achieve the kind of mood that you want to achieve in your bedroom. So that the best way to do it is to always avoid mixing color temperatures, unless in spaces where let's say it's an open concept. I would say the kitchen and the living room. You of course definitely will not have to go for different color temperatures, or the warm and the cool, but you'll have to look for a neutral temperature.
So there is harmony. So there is harmony.
So that you're
transitioning from the kitchen to the living room.
Yes, so that the kitchen is not too yellow, and the living room is not. So always make sure that you are mixing. You avoid mixing these color temperatures.
Okay. With this lighting, to make your lighting perfect, And to make a space come out beautifully with the light, a mistake that people tend to do, they do not layer their lights.
That's a good one.
Sometimes people do think layering is wastage of money and all that, but layering is actually very important, and it elevates the look of a place. However, where it becomes ugly is when you do not handle the color temperatures very well.
Yeah.
It becomes, but when you coordinate, color temperatures shouldn't be far from each other. If you're going for the cold, then it shouldn't, you shouldn't drastically move to the warm. You should, to be able to create harmony, you should find, how do they call that? A neutral is. Yes. Yes. Okay.
And also, just to add on the layering bit, it's always important to have more than one source of lighting when you're layering. So you have the ambient,
Yes.
you have the task lighting, you have your
accent.
Yeah.
What is ambient light?
Ambient light is the overall lighting of the space. The ceiling light is ambient light. Generally, the light above, that is the ambient light, the one that illuminates the place from above. That is ambient light. And the lighting sources that can be used to bring out the ambient lighting. They are the pendant lights, the pendants,
chandeliers,
the ceiling lights, ceiling bulbs. You can use the recessed lights.
Yeah.
The strip lights.
By the way, yes, I have seen strip lights. They're also good ambient lights.
Yes, they also bring out very good ambient lighting. So basically, that is what ambient light is.
Let's say light that they put on the ceiling.
Yes.
That is ambient light.
Yes, that is above the room. That is ambient lighting. And then we also have the task lights.
Task lights, like you hear task, that helps you do an activity.
Exactly.
Table, how do they call them? Table lamps.
Oh, yeah.
Floor lamps.
Yeah.
Do you think candles are under task?
Yeah.
Really? I used to think candles are under mood. They set the mood.
It's a task light, but it sets the mood, but it's still a task light.
Yeah.
A candlelight at a dinner, what is it for?
To create the mood, according to me. It's a task.
So it's almost like a decorative light.
Exactly, decorative is the word. But sometimes it does perform task. I mean, when power goes, you put up a candle. Yes.
Okay. Then we also have task light can be used at a dining table when you're having a meal. You don't want to.
I thought that's ambient.
It's still task. Yes.
Okay. All right. Then we have accent lighting. Accent lighting draws attention
to detail.
Let's say you have your artwork, art pieces.
The drama, the sculptures.
And you want them to be noticed. Yeah, you use the accent lights.
Texture. I think it's also used, it helps bring out texture.
Yes.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Mm.
We can say the accent light is more like that light that they put after the ceiling lights, which are the ambient lights, now down, not on the floor, on the walls.
Yeah, but people also need to know that the different lights have to be put on different angles.
Yes. Ambient, above you. Accent, head
Wall,
height.
yes.
Head, yeah. Task, flow,
Eye level?
eye level.
Yes.
Oh, yes, eye level.
Ask is eye level.
Mood, decorative, eye level.
So you don't just go and get something just because you want a task light and then you put it anywhere you want. It is not going to be functional as it should be.
Yep. So one tip for us.
My tip is always spread your lighting to different areas of the room or the space that you are trying to light. And always make sure that the lighting, for example, in the living room, for me, it should always be diffused. It should not hit your face directly. Go in for
Lampshades. And by the way, when people have this tendency that when someone says lampshade, they mean table lamps. No. You see, you can have your bulb and you want it dressed. What you dress it with is a lampshade.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered
Light.
why certain places are lit the way they are lit? Well, it's not by mistake. It's intentional. For example, you're going to go to a hospital and it's like daylight. It's lit that way because it's meant to keep everyone alert.
Yeah.
You're going to go to an office and it's going to equally be lit very brightly.
Like a hospital.
Almost like a hospital, but that's also intended to keep, because when people are in office, they mean business.
Yeah.
They're there to work. So people have to be alert. And
because just imagine it's an office and then there is a cozy lighting.
People will be dozing,
Yeah.
Yes, because this warm light brings this mode of I want to sleep, I want to relax, But then the white light, it's straight away. Keep alert. Business here. And we'll see in places like restaurants, and it's supposed to be a place where people are having intimate
Cozy.
meals, they are cozy,
romantic dates.
they are bonding, and the lighting is also made to achieve that.
Yeah, to achieve the intended mode.
Yes. So every place is lit that way with the intention. For example, bars. They're lit the way they are lit because people don't want to be drinking. People don't want to be drinking in light, Yes, people want to be drinking, and then there's that mix of lights, and the light is dim, it's blue, it's, people don't see clearly. No one wants to be spotted right away,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because even in restaurants, just imagine hospital lights in a restaurant on a date. You've gone to a date, and that is the kind of lighting that is in a restaurant. I mean, it's going to feel like a clinic, like you're going for surgery, and that is not what you want. It's a romantic dinner. And the kind of all the lights It's literally on you.
Yes.
I wouldn't stay.
And then also while designing houses, there's a reason as to why a bathroom, for example, has brighter light or white light that is close to cold light. Someone could be like, no, just warm light is beautiful. I want it, but you cannot place it in a bathroom because this is a wet zone. Someone has to see water, because the flooring itself, you need the light in the bathrooms. And then also when it comes to the kitchen, you do not want to be cooking and you can't see what you're cooking. What if something falls in there? So the light is not entirely white, but it's bright to be able to perform the activities. Yes,
exactly. I would love to talk about the kitchen. The bathroom. When you're designing a bathroom, you should first consider what exactly are you using a bathroom for. When we use these spaces to shower, but for doing makeup.
Or the vanity area.
Yes, people even shaving, brushing. So all those things have to be put into consideration when you're going to design lighting for a bathroom. So the vanity area has to focus on, that is your task lighting.
Yes.
So you have to improvise maybe wall sconces such that you do not have to strain your eyes to see what for example, you're applying makeup and you have to strain to see what you are doing because there isn't enough lighting on the vanity. So I think that is also very important to add on what you just said.
Yes. And the addition of also for the wall sconces, that's layering. It's part of layering.
Yeah, it's part of layering, by the way.
Layering is very, very important.
Task lighting.
It's very important.
And it's the same thing for the kitchen, the under cabinet lighting, where you are prepping your meals, where you are chopping. You don't want that lighting to be anywhere else or maybe behind you, because this is where you are. It's on the countertop that you are doing everything, and then the lighting is maybe behind you. It's going to cast a shadow of you on the wall.
And if you're to compare spaces where that don't have any light layered and are probably dependent on only one ambient light, if you compare them to spaces that are well layered, it's evident. It's evident that there is something lacking there. So layering is not just a luxury or a waste of money. It's actually very practical, and it helps to...
It makes the place functional.
Yes,
the place is very functional. Because a place with just one single light, it's not that single light is not functional, but it does not do the job. It makes the place feel dark. The place is going to feel dark. It's going to have shadows. You're going to have dark corners, and it's going to make you sick. Not really sick, but just imagine coming back home to a space that is...
I can understand. Yeah, I can get it. Pardon?
The lighting fixtures.
Oh, that's also a very huge mistake.
Yes. And people undermine it.
It really affects the light. It's a very huge mistake. It's called, to term it correctly, it's called wrong fixture height. It's wrong fixture height. Let's say a pendant, you have pendants in your house, but then they are too low. Of course, the amount of light they're going to distribute across the place isn't going to be enough. So wrong fixture height, that is something to look out for when you're choosing lighting. And I think if let's say you're dealing with a dining or the height, this is just a tip, at least the height from the ceiling to the table should be about 80 centimeters. 70 to 80 centimeters. That's when you have a perfect fixture height.
Yeah. But still under lighting fixtures, what I was trying to bring out is most people, when most people are choosing these fixtures, some people just choose beauty because how beautiful a bulb looks. But actually they do not know how it's going to affect them or their spaces. When you're choosing a floor lamp, choose something that is diffused, something that is not going to cast lights when you look into it directly, and it is going to cast lighting into your face. So you're going to choose something that is diffused.
Yes.
Yeah, so you should also look out for that when you're selecting lighting fixtures for your beautiful spaces.
Yeah. And about that, I always have a rule that I follow, that good lighting is not many lights. Good lighting is the right light in the right places, evenly spread out.
Okay.
Natural lighting. I mean, there's this thing, when God was creating, the first thing
Natural
he did was
beauty.
like, let there be light.
Yeah.
And we do need this light. God knew we needed it. So we do need this light also in our homes or our workplaces. Natural light is very important. And that's why you have those wide doors, those windows, because you need to have natural light come in. However, there are mistakes that we tend to do and obstruct natural light from coming into our places. For example, there are people that, have you ever noticed that when you use dark, heavy curtains, the amount of light that comes in is not as much compared to when you use light colored curtains?
That's true.
You get?
Yes, and I've experienced it before in my own space. And once I noticed it, I changed it, and now
The dark curtains limit the amount of light coming into the house. We can even see it. You get? However, when you use the light colors, the amount of light that comes
dark
in,
absorbs and light reflects.
yes, that is very true. And then also, so the solution, do not use dark, heavy curtains, the blackout curtains, if you want more natural light coming into your space. However, lean more into the light, the sheer curtains, the light colored curtains. They always do the magic, and you'll always have perfect light.
When you talk about natural lights, there are certain things that we do and we don't even realize why we do them. And for example, in my own experience, the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is draw my curtains, my bedroom curtains. And I never realized it up until it's a natural light, because there is a way it makes you want to feel awake, you want to feel alert.
Yes.
And also you want to spend a certain amount of time there. That is for me. I spend a certain amount of time in my bedroom because it's one of the places that receives the most natural light. And it's the same thing with a living room sometimes. But with my bedroom, the first thing that I do in the morning is and I think there's lots of people who are doing that. But you do it without even asking yourself why. Because, light.
It's light. Yes. And like you said, it does make us stay awake. Yeah. And then another thing that people, more like a mistake that people do with natural light is I have noticed this in spaces. When you move into a space and the color, okay, let me call it paint, on the walls is dark, the amount of light in is always limited to when the space is painted with light colors, cream, white, you get?
Yeah.
And I realize it's similar to the dark curtains.
Exactly.
Dark colors absorb the light and they do not reflect it back into the space. However,
and so does the paint of choice, the choice of paints
yes,
we make.
So when your wall is painted dark, of course, when the light comes in, however much sources of natural light you have in your house, as long as your painting is dark, your choice of colors for the paint is dark, the light is always going to be limited. However, for places that have light colors, cream, white, off-white, they're always more well lit because light colors naturally reflect. That rule of black and white, that black absorbs, white reflects.
Yeah.
That is very evident. And I think if you're to notice, most houses, except for a few, most houses are painted with light colors on the inside and dark colors on the outside. You're going to find a house, they maybe have the wall outside is gray with a mixture of black, and then the inside is cream. And because
it's not by mistake.
Yes, because light colors do bring in more light, unlike dark colors. However, those that go ahead to use the dark one, still the place looks small, it's not getting enough light, and so that's a mistake. So
what should people do in order for them to have enough natural light, other than changing just the paint or the curtains? What do you think people are doing wrong?
What do I think people are doing wrong?
That is stopping natural light from getting into their spaces.
I think now, when we do make the windows and the doors, and people use glass, sometimes the glass is dirty. It's very, very important to clean off the dust.
Some people don't pay attention to the windows.
Yes, because it affects the amount of light coming in. If you realize when you wake up in the morning and you do general cleaning and you clean your glasses, your doors, your windows, the amount of light that comes in is always more brighter. That's a sign that the dusty windows or doors also limit the amount of light. So
even
clean.
But even some people's windows are obstructed by trees.
Yes.
You find that someone has a window, but then there is a tree that is obstructing, or there is a chunk of branches that are obstructing light from getting into that space. So I think people should also put that into consideration when they are questioning where there isn't enough natural light flooding into their spaces.
Then I've actually seen a few houses. These houses, like it's an apartment. The doors are narrow. They made a window for the kitchen as small as a window that they put the bathroom side. I don't know if it was a mistake. Yeah, so definitely there's not going to be enough light coming in. I think it was just a mistake. But so for when it comes to windows, bedroom windows, living room windows, doors, please, I would advise we go big.
Even in workspaces, you can choose to put your desktop, your work, is it a desk, work desk?
Work area.
Next to a window, such that you have an ample amount of light that is getting into your office. Yeah.
Another thing, I've noticed this. You say when I'm doing renders, and maybe I'm working when I'm working on a project. Most projects that I've worked on that are big on windows, doors, they always come out so beautiful.
Yes.
Even when you add in the lighting, the artificial lighting and all that, natural light is a savior. Natural light. Oh, I don't
I
know.
think that I think if you have the capacity, I think you should always go big.
Go big.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the trend, by the way.
It's a trend. The other windows are, should I say they're fading out?
Yes,
They're
the
phasing
smaller
out?
windows.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
It's not because it's a trend, but it's because,
Natural light.
natural light.
So, yeah, and with natural light, the beauty, you do not need to layer and stuff. So
You don't have to be stuck to one mood the entire time in your space because it gives provision for you to change from one mood. Is it a mood?
yeah,
To another.
yes.
You can, if in case, for example, if you want to go soft, you can that is just being controlled on a remote. If you want to go warm, that can be easily controlled on your remote. And some are even automatic. You don't have to always be on, maybe on your phone doing that. It's just you set it and then it's automatic and it changes according to.
More like you can just say, Siri, I want code light. And it switches.
Yeah, so I think people should also embrace that. People are already embracing that, but I think more people should start embracing that.
And the people that these switches, actually, because sometimes someone will be like, oh, this new technology is a bit pricey. But then there's the switches, you just press manually. You see this main switch that you used to switch on you switch it, you switch again, it changes the color temperatures accordingly.
Yeah.
Light, warm, neutral, blue.
So that is the power of technology. People literally have nothing to come to
not have good light.
Yes, to not have good lighting. Everything is there for us.
So we can all agree that lighting can transform the way we feel in a space.
100%.
It can transform how we feel about a space.
100%. So what tip are you leaving for us?
The tip I will leave with everyone is please layer your lights. That's where the magic is. You're going to reach in a place and it's looking all luxe and feeling great, and just being there makes you be like, I do not want to leave. When you look closely, the magic is in layering.
Talking about not wanting to leave spaces, have you realized that there's some places you go to and you even lose track of time? Like you find yourself staying there longer than you expected.
The bar.
It has a lot to do with lighting, because if you go to a space and then the lighting is a turn off, you'll want to go home early, to leave the place early, because what are you doing there? What are you doing there in a place that is dark? That is so. At least I've experienced that before, so I can say it with authority.
And people that have mastered designing very nice places have mastered the beauty in lighting, the usefulness of lighting, and they're not feeling shy about going big when it comes to lighting. And I feel like before color and everything, your biggest investment should be in lighting, because it
Definitely.
transforms a space.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just like you said, lighting has been there before.
I mean, let
Has
there
been
be
there.
light. Yeah.
And also, the fact that the first thing you do when you walk into a space is switch on the light, is turn on the light, because you want to see what is in a space. You want to see how a space looks like. You want to see how the space feels. You want to be comfortable in that space. It is enough for you. It's enough for us to know that how important lighting is to us.
Yes. So, thank you for sticking with us until this far. I hope you've enjoyed as much as we've enjoyed. And we look forward to having you another time. Yes.
And before we go, we have one thing we want to leave you with. I think it should be a design observation, before our next episode next week. Otherwise, thank you so much for sticking with us this far. It's been amazing having you around. We hope that you have learned something, you have picked something from us, and we'll be excited to know and to have you here again next week. Thank you so much. See you again.